Bonjour tout le monde. Hope you've all had a lovely weekend and managed to enjoy some sunshine. So it's Monday morning again, and here we are ready for our virtual online assembly. And again, I want you to think about what our theme is for this term, and hopefully you're all putting your hands up right now in your classrooms and sharing that theme with your teacher. I'll just give you a couple of seconds to share it. Okay, yeah, team, T-E-A-M, together, everyone achieves more. And we're thinking about what we can achieve if we actually don't stand alone and don't work on our own in an isolated way, but if we actually work and share the load between us all, and actually how much more we can achieve if we're all pulling in the same direction. Before I read the story this morning though, I just want to share with you a video that I've seen streaming online over the weekend. And whilst it isn't exactly about teamwork, it does show what can be achieved if we actually think about other people. And teamwork is about thinking about other people. If we're in a football team and we all want to be the goal scorer, then actually the team won't win, because if there's nobody in the goal saving the other team from scoring the goals, then your team won't win. So we all have to think about the roles that we play and think about other people in our lives, so that we're not always thinking about our own personal needs. I want to be the goal scorer, I want to be the one up front, I want to be the one taking all the glory. Not think about our own personal needs, but thinking about the needs in a wider perspective, thinking about our needs globally and thinking about our needs together rather than on an individual basis. And like I say, whilst this video isn't exactly about teamwork, it is about showing consideration towards others. So just take a look at what happened. So the person in the lead in a race takes the wrong direction and ends up crashing into a barrier, and that means somebody else who was behind him then overtook and managed to take the lead. But just before the finish line, the person who overtook stopped and let the person who was behind come in front and actually take the lead and win. And to me, that really is important in the way we want to live our lives. To me, that's about showing other people that actually my own needs, yes, they're important, I matter, but actually so do other people. And if I'm going to win in a way that isn't fair, then actually that's not winning at all, is it? That's not really winning, that's just allowing somebody else to take a back seat, and that's not fair. So that video really inspired me this weekend to think about the kind of person that I want to be and the kind of people I want the people in St. Peter's team to be. People that think about other people, people who put other people first. Think about the people who think about the greater good, not just their individual role, but the role that they play as part of that greater society, looking out for the needs of others and doing things correctly. So our story this morning is called The Builders, and it's about some animals, again, or usually are, who are building a house, but they come across some difficulties with that, and the story is about how you can do better if you look to each other to contribute something to the team. So once upon a time there was a bear, a monkey and a fox who were good friends. They all lived near to each other in the forest and often popped into each other's houses. One day they were in the bear's house having a cup of tea and a chat, and they started to talk about their homes. "Well, I'm thinking of building a new house," said the bear. "This one is a bit tumble down now. I'd like a lovely, new, modern house." "It's funny you should say that," said the fox. "I've been thinking just the same thing. I would like a new house as well." "Well, what about mine?" added the monkey. "My house nearly falls down every time the wind blows. I certainly need a new one." "Well, why don't we each build ourselves a new house?" decided the bear. "If we all work hard, it won't take us long." So Each animal set to work, collecting the things that they would need. They knew what had happened to the 3 little pigs, so they knew they needed strong building materials to build their houses. Bricks, stone, wood, cement and sand. That's what they needed if their house was going to be strong. So the bear started digging out the foundations of his house. He was big and strong, and he found this part so easy. He carried the piles of bricks in a hod, and in no time at all had built his house right up to the roof. He hoisted the huge wooden rafters into place. Meanwhile, though, the monkey was still struggling with the foundations. He wasn't as big as the bear, and he couldn't dig and he couldn't carry heavy weights quite as easily. He found it all very difficult. The fox wasn't managing much better neither. He was even smaller than the monkey and not as strong. He soon gave up trying to dig and lay bricks and spent his time writing down complicated measurements on a piece of paper. But the bear by now had finished his roof, and he sat up there watching the monkey and the fox struggling to build their houses. "They're not getting on very fast," he said. The bear climbed down from the roof and began the work on the inside of his house. He had to carefully bend and fit the water pipes, fasten the taps onto the sink. He had to thread wires for the electricity through the house and fasten them to the wall sockets with tiny, tiny screws. He suddenly discovered that he couldn't do these small, careful jobs. His big paws that had helped him get on so well with the digging and the building, they were no good for these fiddly jobs like fastening on tiny gold screws. He sat on the floor and sadly put his head in his paws. "I'm stuck," he said. Well, by now, the monkey and the fox had even given up on their building. It was much too hard for them. And they had come a long way to see how the bear was getting on. And of course, they found that he was stuck as well. "It should have worked," moaned the bear. "We should have been able to build ourselves new houses." "Well, I could have easily fixed the wires and the pipes, if only I'd been able to build the walls," said the monkey. "And I had written my plans down," grumbled the fox. "I could have built my house if I'd had a bit of help." "That's it," shouted the bear. "That's where we've gone wrong. We needed to work together and help each other. We're each good at doing the jobs that the others can't do. We can build our new house, but we will have to work together." And that's exactly what they did. And in a short time, the bear, the monkey and the fox each had a brand new, beautifully built house in which to live. Hands together, eyes closed. Many hands build a building, but many hearts make a school. Help us, Lord, to work together to make our school a great place to be. So when I click off for my recording, I'd like you to say the Lord's Prayer together and think together about what is it you can do together as a team in your class. What can you do to help share the responsibility of everything that needs to be achieved in there? And what I'd like you to do, I'm going to bring round to your teachers a booklet. It's back to front on the video, but it's called My Kind Acts. My name is on the front there, and you can draw a picture of yourself. And inside, I just want you to think of 5 kind acts, 5 kind things that you'll do during this week, or during this month even, until the end of September. And write them in the boxes. 5 things that you are going to do that are kind, that are putting yourself behind other people in the queue, that are putting yourself second to other people's needs, so that you are showing kindness to somebody else, and deliberately thinking about what you can do to make your team a better team to be part of, because together you can achieve so much more than you can just on your own. And that's our theme this term. So I'm going to log off now, and I'm going to wish you all a very happy day, happy Monday, and I'll want to hear echoing now around the school our motto. So who is ready to go off into their learning and to, that's right, learn, sparkle and shine. Have a great day.